This is Perfect Harvest MLP Studios.
Oh, every pony, and welcome to the show. Thought I'd just switch things up there a bit. But anyway, hope you're well. Perfect Harvest here once again. And the reason why I'm making this video is because a couple of weeks ago, I was on Instagram and I saw that Equestria Daily had posted about some new G5 merch that was showing up on AliExpress. So me being the inquisitive shopaholic that I am, I had to check it out. It's just arrived, here it is. So basically, from what I can tell, the figures that are in this set are very similar to the original wave Crystal Adventure figures. So they're articulated and they've got moulded manes and tails, but they look different. How different? We will find out soon. I said this in my last AliExpress video, but props to them that whoever does the packaging for the sellers on AliExpress, they always do it so well. It's always really nicely, well, for their MLP stuff. Like I say, I know AliExpress is primarily a tech website, but I'm just going to cut the camera and put it in front of you when I'm done. I finally got it out of the packaging, and the photos that were on Equestria Daily I thought were just standard marketing ones that were on AliExpress because it's a Chinese or Asian website. I was wrong. Can anybody translate that? Yeah, we are literally going in at the deep end with this. All I know is that this is, according to Equestria Daily's post on Instagram, called the Best Friends set, and it's brand new from G5. It's officially Hasbro licensed. Hasbro, buy our toys! And it has all the characters there. You got Sunny and Izzy, some sort of QR code down there, the G5 My Little Pony logo up in the top left corner, that we can recognise, some Asian writing in the top right corner, and oh yeah, there's Pipp. So it's just saying that they're articulated on the legs and the tails and also the heads, which is pretty standard for a lot of G5 figures anyway, but that's good that they actually show it on the box. There are the ponies, so obviously of course we get the main 5. I don't know if we get any accessories. The thing that's interesting about these characters, as you can probably see, is they have slightly different expressions or eye shapes. We should keep looking at the rest of the box. Oh, that's nice. It's got a photo of the main 5 on top. That's actually really nice. That's sort of harking back to the days of the reboot G4 boxes. And then you've got that right in there again. Some of their cutie marks on the side. You've got Sunnies, Pips, Zips, Hitches. Is Izzy's on there? Yes, it is. Pictures of all the figures on that side, and then all of them on the back. I've never seen this on MLP boxes before. They've obviously put these like protective things on the edges, which is really interesting. It's good that it means the box won't get damaged. This took about just under 2 weeks to get here, and it wasn't actually too expensive. I will put affiliate links to that page on AliExpress if I can in the description for this video. This was only about, well, excluding postage, it was only about £21. And another thing that I should also mention with the box, they brought back windows instead of the VAC packaging or just the plastic free packaging.
Let's get these guys out, I think. Oh wow!
I don't know if you can see that, but now that the figures are all out, we've got that really cool background in there. That's really cool. Do you know what? I might actually keep the box for these figures because it's so interesting, and I think it's also really cool just to have a foreign box My Little Pony set that isn't available elsewhere. Here is the gang, and no, I can say we don't get any accessories. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get my Crystal Adventure figures of the characters and we'll compare them to each of those. Here is the set lined up. I think I'll start off with pretty much the main character of G5, Sunny Starscout. She's got her regular dark pink and yellow colours going through her mane. She hasn't got them in her tail. I'm not sure. They might be slightly translucent. I'm not sure. And she's orange, and I mean, just look at that face. Compared to how she looks in some of her marketing vectors, I think that's more show accurate. She has her cutie mark on her left flank. She's got her little plaits going down her right side, and as the front of the box demonstrated, her head is posable on a ball joint, her tail is posable on a single pivot joint, as are her front and back legs. And like I said, I will compare her now to the Crystal Adventure Sunny Starscout, who you will notice first off is much taller. The face is the main difference. Yeah, this one just looks like it's got a bit more character. This is the same expression that all of the G5 figures have. Let me know what you think. That's Sunny. Just before I move on to Hitch, you'll probably notice that all these figures are pretty much the same size, because Pipp, who as we all know is small, is the same size as Hitch, who's probably the tallest. Speaking of Hitch, here he is. The face, yeah, I'm not really sure that's Hitch's face. They could have done like one eyebrow up and one eyebrow down. His hair is sculpted really well. He's yellow. They haven't put the little white stripe down the bridge of his nose. His cutie mark is also on his left flank, as with all the other ones. His tail and legs are posable on single pivot joints, and as you just saw, his head is posable on a ball joint. And here is the Crystal Adventure Hitch. I think the male sculpting for the jaw on this Hitch is done slightly better. Still looking a little bit too stereotypically feminine for what a body sculpt would look like in the MLP world. Now, this is probably one of my favourites out of the set. Here's Izzy. I mean, look at her. That little winking face just gives her so much more character, doesn't it, and more personality. It's beautiful. Being Izzy, that just suits her so well. She's lavender purple with sort of the darker purple mane and tail, and you'll probably notice that her mane is actually the correct length, because if I bring on the Crystal Adventure Izzy, they had to shorten her mane and make it less puffy so that it made for better play function. I think we can all tell which is the better one. Her cutie mark is on her left flank as well. And here's probably my other favourite.
Gorgeous!
Look at her. Brilliant. Her cutie mark is also on her left flank. She's got her little fluffy wings. I mean, obviously they are plastic, but they're made to look fluffy, which is a nice touch, and they are posable on ball joints, as is her head. And they've done her crown. Instead of just moulding it out of slightly orange plastic, they've painted it gold, so it has like a slightly metallic-y sheen. We can compare this to the Crystal Adventure Pipp. They're pretty much about the same size, but from the Singing Star Pipp, which came with that traditional crown, I think this is the only real Pipp out of all of them that came with something resembling her crown or tiara. But to actually have a Pipp figure that fits in with the rest of the Crystal Adventure figures that has a moulded crown, I don't know if it is removable. I'm not going to try. I love her. I love her. Oh, finally, last but not least, here we have Zipp. I like how she's looking slightly to the side, being a wannabe detective. Unfortunately, when I took her out of the box, straight away one of her wings popped out. But luckily, because, like I say, they are on ball joints, you can just plug it back in, but they are fully posable. And they've done those purple gradients really nicely on her wings. She's got her pretty much highlighter pen pink mane with that purple stripe, and the tail as well, obviously. And her cutie mark is also on her left flank. Here is the Crystal Adventure Zipp. Truth be told, apart from the cutie mark being on different sides and that, and obviously the size difference, there's not really much difference between these two, is there? She's probably the one that's got the most in common with the traditional figures that you can get on the market. And so I've just lined all these guys up so that you can see the fact that, like I was saying, all these figures that I've just unboxed are all the same size, and you can see what they should be like with the Crystal Adventure figures, which, you know, it's a shame that they don't have the size accuracies, but I'm going to stick my neck out and say that I think this is probably one of the best G5 sets available at the minute. I know you have to search far and wide to find this, but I just wanted to bring this to your attention, so that, because obviously G5 merch has been pretty much non-existent, as we all know, so whenever something new does come out, and also it's just nice to have more of the figures with the moulded manes and tails. I mean, I know that My Little Pony, you know, originally was all about having brushable hair, but I think it's quite nice that they've made them more like action figures, so that you can pose them more, and also they're just easy to take care of if you want to display them. So yeah, that's my review of this AliExpress set basically. Thank you very much for watching this toy review. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that I've helped you find this set if you really want to get your hands on it, or hooves rather. And if you did enjoy the video and you like what you see on the rest of my channel, don't forget to like, comment if you fancy, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in one of my guises in the next video. Cheers for watching, guys. Take care.
And you'll open up your window and you'll suddenly find that a peanut has knocked on your door. It doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense. If you understand this, then you're mad. It doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense. And the singing is also quite bad.